Hello and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since you've seen me post anything, but as you can see, I've been very busy. I've had a lot of time because of course the weather's been pretty rubbish to work on all my RC cars. I've got a new project that I'm working on as well, and I've still got some other things that I'm previously working on that's still ongoing. So which side should we start from? Okay, let's start from this side. Okay, so first things first, my drift car. This is my Tamiya TT02 drift spec. So I've slammed this down to the ground now. I've got a new steering system in there with like a carbon fiber brace, because one problem I had with this car all the time is when I was just trying to do any drifting video, as you'll see in just a moment. Yep, the steering link would always just come straight off and then it would just go in circles. So now that's been all sorted out with very similar upgrades to this. Now this is another project that I'm working on. Beforehand, this was the car that I wanted to get to 100 miles an hour. This is another Tamiya TT02. Worked very hard before. It had a, I think it was a Fusion 13,300 kV motor in there. I was running it on 2S. The Fusion Exceed, that's the one, and I managed to get 67 miles an hour out of it, and that's the fastest I've gone with this car since. So what I'm trying to do now is seeing if I can actually break that record of 67 miles an hour. It shouldn't be too difficult. So here's what I've done. Let's get the old top off. Come on, you, out the way. Alright, so it has the same new steering link that I've put in there for the drift car with the carbon fiber upper piece, which helps. We've got quite a lot of the upgrades at the front. Inside here is actually metal diffs, like aluminium body. I'll show you a little picture here. Aluminium body, steel out drives or crown gears, and also the input gear as well, or the output gear from there is also steel. So this is my first Tamiya TT02 that actually has a completely metal drivetrain. So metal diffs, metal drive shafts, metal center shaft, steel spur gear, steel pinion gear, and of course again steel diffs at the back, which is why it sounds like that. This is music to my ears. Gotta love metal gears, that specific drivetrain sound. Gotta love it. So yep, that's my TT02. Alright, let's get you back in line. I rebuilt this some time ago, my red Vantage. I haven't done anything with it. I believe to get it to 100 miles an hour, like I said before, I just need to get a new speed controller for it. So I'm going to probably go for the Max 10, the 140 amp version. That should push the 3665 in here to 100 miles an hour. I'm almost certain of it. If that fails, then I'll have to copy what I've done on this guy, which is use a Max 6 instead. Obviously this one now, the green Vantage, the 106 mile an hour Vantage. Now this one, of course, you saw in the last video when it smashed into my leg. It was obliterated. Since then it's had a full rebuild. I've even tuned the diffs. I put 150k CST oil in the rear, 100k in the front. All been rebuilt, all brand new looking, all tasty. It wasn't actually that bad in the end, and just for when I flip over, I've added these. I got them for 51 pence on AliExpress. You just screw them on top of your existing shock caps, and it just protects them when you're having a flip. So yep, this will be back out and in action hopefully when there's another dry day, or if I can find another speed run spot where I can get this out. You'll be seeing this again very soon. Alright, moving on to the MT10. Just had a full rebuild. It's a, well, not a rebuild, just a bit of maintenance, just making sure that all the screws are tight and stuff. Redid the diffs as well on this, did the oils and everything else, so it's all nice and clean, running nice. This has had a complete makeover. I decided to get a whole new shell for it. I've got new panels which have all been painted black, as you can see. We've got the Louise MT uphills on there, and I even got one on the back for a spare as well. These run really nice on 6S, so I'll probably be taking this out now that it's rebuilt as well. take it out for some jumps and some flips, for some bashing. Right, now on to the Vendetta. Hit 97 miles an hour with this guy. What I want to do is try and get it to 100. Now, as you can see, I went on AliExpress and found some 2mm thick or 1.5mm thick Lexan, and I've just made a small, front splitter for it on there. Now, on the inside, we've had quite a few changes, or massively. Now, I've upgraded the center drive shaft to an aluminium one. Again, AliExpress, £8, cannot complain. Inside, I've got a slipper delete kit, which is basically just a spool, and it's been changed to Mod 1 gearing. And again, £8 AliExpress, and it's all steel. So now I've got a steel pinion gear, steel spur, all metal through here. That's why it's got that beautiful sound. And I've upped the motor size. Now, it was a 4268 that was in there beforehand. Now it's a 4278, so 1 centimeter larger motor, and I've changed the gearing. So now it's running on a 36 tooth spur Mod 1, and it's running on a 26 tooth pinion. Because this has got slightly less kV than the previous motor, I want to make sure that the gearing makes up for it, because it's got the additional grunt. So I'll be running this on 6S, and that should clock the 100 miles an hour that I'm waiting for, which is fine. So put you back on, get you back in action, there you are. And then finally, the Limitless. Limitless is absolutely fine. Had a little crash. I mean, you can still see the this piece of Lexan here is a bit seen better days, but other than that, I got a new splitter for it. So I've got a brand new splitter, as you can see, nice and clean. And other than that, like I said before, just a bit of road rash. I did actually get another 4S battery for this, so now I can actually run it AS. I've got two 5600 milliamp 4S 120C high discharge CNHL batteries, so I can now run this on 8S. So again, once I find a good spot to run this 5690, this absolute behemoth that I've put in there, is definitely going to be carrying this thing well past 100 miles an hour. So that's perfect. So as you can see, one of my RCs is missing, and that's because it's over on the bench. So that's going to be the main point of this video. I'm going to be going over onto the bench, working on my other RC, doing some maintenance to it, then I'm going to speed run it, then I've got some upgrades coming in about a week or so, and then I'm going to install those upgrades, speed run it again, and see whether my attempt at making it faster made it worse or made it better. So let's head on over to the bench and see what I'm working on. Alright, here we are on the bench. So here's what I've been working on, is my RC boat. Never done anything to the boat beforehand, except for, of course, these, which I'll mention in a moment, because obviously I didn't really know much about these, how to upgrade them, etc. I've been watching people like Scaleworks RC and also Ironclad RC, who do a lot of stuff with boats. So by looking at some of the stuff that they've done to theirs, I've got similar parts, and I've got those coming at a later time. But for now, what I'm going to be doing is changing things like the tubes, make sure they're all clean. I'm going to give this thing a good clean, because as you can see, it is absolutely bloody filthy. So I'm going to give it a clean, basically make it all brand new looking again. I've already put all brand new parts on the back. Again, the whole set from AliExpress was about £25 for like everything you see here: propeller, the metal rudder, even the trim tabs, turn fins, all the whole thing, and even this little adapter at the back here for the tunnel. All that came, and the prep all came for the same price. So that's been changed, the tunnel's been changed, brand new shaft, been greased, even got a new coupling, which the other one was a little bit bent, so that's fine. So then I'm going to give this a clean. I'm going to change all of these wires, and also I'm going to actually introduce this, because this is actually another water pickup, so I will have two sources of water coming through. So I'm hoping to use, like I said, some of these, and then I've got some T-joins and Y-joins that I can use to then make the water go the way that I want. So I'm going to get rid of all this horrible old silicone that you can see here, clean it all up, put it all back together, and give it a speed run. So without further ado, let's get on with that. I'll be back in a moment after I've given it a clean. Alright, now back on the bench, giving it a little bit of a clean. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change over all of the piping for the cooling. I've already like cut and measured them, labeled them, so I know what's what. I'm going to use this wire joiner, so then that will give it, you know, I'll be able to actually add the pickup from the rudder and have that join into the cooling, so it should double the amount of cooling that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, got the boat all ready. I've got the GPS ready. Where is the app? Alright, so let's get that on, get some satellites going. I've just got that tucked in there. Hopefully that should be a-okay for it. Okay, I'm going to connect here, turn the receiver on. The transmitter, sorry. Plug her up. Okay, and let's see how we go. So we're going to run it on this, well, it's this prop, it's the stock prop, but the aluminium version basically, and then after that we're going to use a slightly larger one. I think this is a 4019 and this is a 4219, so only slightly larger, but I just want to see the differences in speed. We've got 5 satellites so far. Alright, so let's get on with the business. You got throttle. Alright, okay, so without further ado, track and start. See what kind of speeds we can get out of this thing. Okay, let's try and find a good spot to cast her off. This looks right. Oh, she seems to be turning okay. Let's just add a bit more power. Alright. That's probably top speed, I would say. Alright, we've got her out. Let's see what speeds we got out of it. Alright, let's check her out. Okay, stop and read. 27 miles an hour with the stock prop or the aluminium version. Okay, so I'm going to quickly switch out to the 4219 and then we're going to come back again. Alright, put the 42 19 prop on there. The boat feels a bit heavy. I wonder if it's taken on water. I did put in my own system, so hopefully everything has gone properly and it's dry inside, but they've got to double check. Oh, bone dry. Absolutely bone dry inside. Perfect. Okay, so that's perfect. That means we can go quite nicely for another run. Everything seems to be holding up quite nicely. Slide that in. All right. Okay. Track. Start. 4219 prop. Same battery. Let's give her a go. Okay. Well, that's about a quarter-ish half throttle. I was bouncing a little bit with this prop. Let's open it up. Okay, alright, we're ready, stop, breathe. 29 miles an hour, okay, so 2 more miles an hour with the larger prop. Later on, we're going to get a new ESC, new motor and whatnot, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to give it a little rip around and finish the video off. A little DJ action too, so let's get him going, get a little bit of on water action. Okay. Right. Right, let's cast her off again.
Nice.
And this is the advantage of having a massive battery in there. I get plenty of run time. Should be coming near to LVC soon. Losing a bit of punch now, so it's definitely getting close to LBC. Yeah. Like that. Alright, that's LVC. Let's go. Well, let's see if she took on any water. Absolutely 100% bone dry. That is what I'm talking about. That's what you call a successful repair. Nice, I'm happy with that. There's one more thing I want to try before I disappear from here. Because it's so much smaller and lighter, I'm thinking, will it affect the speed? I doubt it's the 120C discharge rate they're saying, but you know, this battery's flat, so we might as well try this and just see what kind of speeds we do actually get. Alright, back again, battery's nicely comfortably sitting. We're going to do the old trackles, we're going to do the old startle. Alright, camera's off. Alright, large prop is on. Do up the canopy, give it a rev. I'm not expecting much, but I may be surprised. Alright, let's see how she goes. Low voltage cut off already. I fully charged the battery, put it in, and it's on LVC after what, 10 seconds. That is absolutely ridiculous. And before you say anything about my charger, I'm using an iMars, a Gens Ace iMars dual, so that is the most crackers thing I've ever seen. 10 seconds pretty much. Let's see what kind of speed we got after our 10-second run. Oh my god, stop, read, 28 miles an hour, so no, it's slower. When the guy at Wheelspin Model says these batteries are tat, mate, he was not wrong, mate. He was not wrong. This is why, if you're looking for something that's good value and powerful, go with Gens Ace, go with CNHL. Okay, all right, so that's that test done. Good run. I'm going to take this all back, go back to the bench. All right, and we are back on the bench after a successful speed run. So with the new prop, or the larger prop, the 4219, we managed 29 miles an hour. With the 4019, we managed 27 miles an hour. So that's basically with all box stock electronics. I'm super happy with how well the water cooling system went. The pickup works perfectly. I can see so much more water now flowing out of this, so that means when I do upgrade the electronics, the water cooling has already been upgraded, so it should be able to handle the extra heat. So in the next video, you're going to see me get some more upgrades for this. A new motor. I'm looking for I've got a 3542 coming, so that's about 6mm bigger than the current motor that's inside. A 1500 kV 4S rated Surpass hobby motor, 100 amp ESC by a ZTW, the Shark, and I've got a little 1550 4S 150C battery coming from CNHL from these guys right here. So once I can get that stuff in here, I'm hoping that it's going to equal a bit more speed. But for now, I'm going to, close the curtain on this one, because we've got to wait a week or so before the parts are going to come. So I want to get this video out. So as per usual, if you see anything you like here and you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like, subscribe. It really, really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching one of my videos, and I will see you, of course, in the next one. Take care.